These ladies are so amazing. They are thriving. Oh, y'all can sit down. Everybody can sit down. They are thriving in the Omaha community. From wealth advisors to attorneys, influencers, business owners, and just overall boss women. You can look at them. They don't all look like, but they all have one common goal, and it's to be successful. So they have some great things to talk about. I'm going to kick it off with a couple of questions, and then I'm going to open up the floor for you all, because as women, we're all about knowledge sharing and transferring information amongst each other. So any questions that you have regarding just being a boss, being an entrepreneur, we're going to start off. I'm going to give everyone about 2 minutes to kind of tell them about themselves, and then we'll kick it off with a couple questions. So, we'll start with Rachel.
Hello, my name is Rachel. I own Yellow Brides. It's a creative and inclusive bridal shop down in Little Bohemia, so we're right between Old Market and the zoo. And I just moved to Omaha about 5 years ago now, and I slowly grew a community of people who helped support me in starting a business. And it's been a wild ride. I've only been open for 2 months so far, but it's been pretty incredible so far.
Hi guys, my name is Vandra Caldwell. I came here intentionally to be in the audience today, but I'm a villain, so I'm super blessed to be here and to be speaking in front of you all. And just a little bit about me, I was a teen mom, and I got pregnant at 17, had my child when I was a senior in high school, and I went to college for journalism, and I became, once I got into the journalism industry after graduating from college, I became a reporter within a year, so I could give myself a pat on the back for that. I would say I'm dope because of that. I'm dope because I'm also a hustler and I'm a mother. And I am an aspiring blogger at the moment, and now I'm co-owner of Mixed Roll Ice Cream, which we opened up last August, actually, so we're still a baby. We are not even a year old, and this is my business partner right here. And she kind of gave me the nudge to get up here in the first place, and I'm like, no, I don't want to. But yeah, why not take a chance? I think that's what life is all about, is taking risks, and here I am. I'm super excited to be up here talking to you guys.
Yay! My name is Trishana Trends, that's maybe how you guys see me before. I am a entrepreneur, hustler, go-getter, risk taker. I just say F it and do it, why not? Can I say that? Thank you. So I'm a YouTuber. I've been having businesses since my mom was like, you gonna live in this house and you gonna pay some bills. I was like 5 or 6, so I've been figuring out ever since. I used to sell pins, jewelry, what you name it, I did. I was doing hair at 4 years old, 5 years old, so I've been making money ever since money could make me. So I've literally just been doing it forever, and now, fast forward, tried Road Ice Cream in California last year, thanks to my amazing manager back there, Jazz. She booked me to try Road Ice Cream last year. I tried it. Vandra was super pregnant and super hungry and seen it and was like, I want to try Road Ice Cream. I'm like, girl, I'm in LA, trying to do business. Then I went to Texas and tried Road Ice Cream. She was like, no, I will drive an hour for that. So we literally like, well, let's open Road Ice Cream shop. And we're like, wait, I'm serious if you're serious. We literally messaged each other and said that at the same exact time. And a year later, we have Mixed Road Ice Cream. 1405 Jackson Street, you guys have not been there. Also, everyone here today will get $1 off if you go and just say I'm from Every Dope Girl. So.
Yeah! So hello, everyone. I'm Melinda, staff financial advisor, and fairly new to Omaha. I got here about 5 years ago as well, so I'm the same story there. Jumped in with both feet, got involved in a lot of different things. I'm currently serving as president for the Urban Young Professionals. See a lot of our professionals here, so good to see you guys. But yeah, as a financial advisor, my goal is just helping people. So in everything I do, my goal is to help people. So with financial advising, helping you figure out what's important and make some financial action steps to get you to achieving whatever your next is. So happy to be here with you guys. Thanks for having me. So I'm Jocelyn Morrison. I am an attorney. I moved to Omaha in 2014, so we've been here almost 6 years. So I got accepted to law school in 2009, and as many people know, school usually starts in September. I found out I was pregnant in August, and so I just put in my resignation job, and I called my mom and was like, I don't know if I should go ask for my job back. And she said, no, it's only going to get harder, so you either do it now or you may never do it, so you gotta go. So I started law school pregnant, had my first daughter, my first year of law school, 2 weeks before final exams. And then, as if I didn't have enough excitement in my life as a toddler, I got pregnant with my second daughter in my third year of law school. So started my first job 8 months pregnant when I finished school. So I know the struggles and the challenges of being a mother, going to school, continuing that. So I have that perspective. The other thing, I currently work at the Nebraska Department of Revenue. So while I don't necessarily work with entrepreneurs, I can tell you a lot of things that people do wrong and get themselves into trouble with their taxes. So I can probably tell you how to stay out of trouble in terms of that. So if you guys
Pretty much an amazing panel that is probably going to answer every single question that you have thrown at them. A lot of experience and knowledge, wealth of information. So to kick it off, so as a budding entrepreneur, what were some resources that you used to kickstart your business? That could be from a financial perspective to information sharing. What did you do?
Okay, so I'm going to try and keep a long story short, but one of the reasons we moved to tell me about this, what can you tell me about point of sale? What can you tell me about what's it like to have a retail store? I've never done retail, and now here I am with a bridal shop. So just like bringing in all those people that you know might have something to help you with. Omaha people are more than willing to help all the time. So.
Unbeknownst to us, we had already got started on a business plan, didn't even realize that was a huge, huge step in getting a business and getting funded for that. But we kind of leaned on each other, and this, I would say Trishana is my biggest resource. At the moment, we lean on each other for a ton of things, and a lot of it, we didn't even realize that we were kind of holding each other down when we didn't have those resources. So whatever I needed, luckily I was blessed with a business partner. I'd go to her and she had the answer, and vice versa. So it's so funny how we actually just meshed so well. And just a little of our background story is that we've known each other since middle school, known each other in high school as well. Never the best of friends, but it literally just took me commenting on her Snapchat. And it just was history from there. So at that point, we were each other's resources, and she's a numbers person, and I'm more of the verbiage person. I send the emails and everything else from there. So we just meshed extremely well.
Yes, so just everybody's gonna be piggyback off each other, but just even go what she said. So both of these women, like, you're only as strong as your team. You don't even realize you need a team, but you're only as strong as your team. I promise you that. And I like to talk. I'm a finesser. I like to hustle. Like, I will finesse and hustle. That's just who I am. And I was like, I need to talk to someone. At the very last second, the guy comes up. He's like, the CEO. I'm like, excuse me, I need to talk to you. He's standing where we're at. He's talking like, I need to talk to you. He's like, just a second. So I march into him and I'm like, I've been trying to get a hold of you guys. He's like, okay, a rebel client. Like, no, I need to talk to you. I have a great plan. I have a great business. He's like, okay. I'm like, right now you guys are starting to look bad. Like, I'm sorry, but it's just, he's like, okay. Let's set up a meeting for 7 a.m. We get there. He was like, wow. And literally the rest is history. Fast forward the next year, we're speaking at their event. So literally just, you gotta just talk. So.
One thing that you said that I can't stress enough is just the plan piece. Having a plan, getting those calculations, getting those numbers, having realistic goals that we all know SMART goals, specific, measurable, tangible, realistic, time sensitive, and then working towards that. Market research is super important, and as you were saying, everyone's willing to help here. There's a ton of resources, there's a ton of money that's available. You just don't know where to find it.
There yet? When you see people that are there and you're trying to get there, how do you kind of shake that off so that it doesn't, stifle your growth and potential? So I'll leave that for Trishana, and I'll leave that for you, Rachel.
Okay, so the question was, how do you not compare yourself and get off from seeing others on social media, right?
In a business space, yeah.
Okay, in a business space. I see a lot of people, like, you see a lot of people who just seem like they got it all together on social media, and like, they have all these clients and they're gurus. And I realized it's only because they're documenting. So we probably talk to the same amount of people, probably do the same amount of work, if not more. We just don't document it, right? So literally I realized, okay, so instead of like, oh my gosh, they do this, they do that, just document what you do. So now, as you can see, Jasmine right here, my manager, I just hired a personal assistant. They're literally recording me taking pictures, so I too can have the same amount of content that they have. That's all it is. But we're probably already doing the same amount of work. If you see yourself getting jealous, get off Instagram and pray for yourself because you're here. That's all it is. Other than that, also use it as motivation. So like if you see someone else doing something, instead of like, oh my gosh, this hella thinks this. No, pray over yourself, pray over your business, and like, I can do the same thing too. I'm already doing it. I'm just, y'all ain't seen it yet. That's all that is. But y'all already got it.
Yes. Really good advice. It's really, really hard for me as a bridal shop owner that as I've gotten into the bridal industry, it's like people's claws come out. Like I think they're dragon ladies, and I'm becoming one. The more I like see other people's Instagrams and think like, how can I be like that? But I think the biggest thing you need to know is like for your business, don't be influenced by other people. Create content that comes straight out of you and out of your messaging and out of your mission and vision for your business. And I think the biggest thing also is that like followers. When I first started, I was like, I've got to get my followers up. I got to get my followers up on Instagram. That's how brides are going to find me. And the biggest thing that brides have found me through is just local collaborations. So collaborating as much is huge. And then also knowing that somebody who has 10,000 followers, those followers might not be coming like direct sales for them. So they might have like a ton of people in California or China or wherever following them, but that doesn't mean they're like walking into their store and buying products. So you might want to focus more on email marketing where other people aren't going to see that, but at least you know like who is opening your emails, who's actually coming into the store, things like that. Don't be worried about comparing yourself as long as you're just focusing on what is the best way to get the customer to purchase my product. So, yeah.
But my second question is also, I know we've been kind of focusing on the success of businesses. I kind of come from a background where people are like, you need to learn that. And it's like when you speak to them in regards to kind of starting off on your own, they're not very receptive to that. So I just wanted to ask the panel, how do you go about kind of ignoring or getting past the naysayers, the doubters? What kind of tools do you all use in order to kind of build your confidence?
But so it's so funny because I guess coming into business, we got a lot of no's, and we went to a place that we were looking to use as a resource, and I don't want to name the business because they probably still do great things for other people. But we went to this business, and it was an older guy, and I assume that it's because you can't teach an old dog new tricks, that he didn't believe in our vision. And he's like, that's too novelty of an idea to come to Omaha, don't you think? And I looked at Trishana, and we literally wanted to burst into tears because it's like, no, this is not too novelty. First of all, Omaha is booming right now. We're one of the top 5 to jump off your business here in town. So, no, it's not too novelty of a business to be here. And I quit my 9 to 5, but I'll get to that in just a moment. So this guy, he's like, no, I don't think this will work here. And Trishana's like, really, you don't? And I was like, we do. Hold on. Like, I had to put my foot down, so I'm like, first of all, don't crush our dreams. And that's literally what it was. It's like, you can get 1,000,001 no's, but all you need is that one yes. And that one yes was Nebraska Enterprise Fund, who believed in us.
She didn't say this part. When she quit her job, I said this, Mixins only had $7,000 in our account. We were not open. We were dead broke with Mixins. We didn't have anything. She quit her job. 60 days later, Mixins made over 6 figures. So, home ain't looking back on her job. So, you gotta believe in yourself.
Something that I did want to say about the whole social media space, as kind of a budding entrepreneur, I tell people this all the time. There are a lot of everyday girls, but there's only one Raisha Smith. So if you feel like you are jumping into a market that is oversaturated, at the end of the day, what makes that business different is you. So you can have a bunch of ice cream shops, but whatever personal touch you are adding to it is what sets you apart. So don't feel discouraged.